Hi, good morning class. Today we are going to learn about preparation and chemical reaction of carbonyl. So let's check. Total there are how many methods to prepare carbonyl? The first one is ozonolysis of alkyne, which we learn in chapter 5, hydrocarbon. So the first one you check, this is carbon-carbon double bond. Okay, alkyne. When it react with O3, means ozone, and then 2 zinc, water, and then it will form aldehyde. Because after you break the bond, right, okay, it will form C double bond O, C double bond O. So that's why there are 2 etana. Okay, same thing happen when we use the reagent 1 ozone and number 2 is dimethyl sulfide. Okay, we're given the same product, okay, which is etana as well. Okay, zinc, this one is zinc in the acidic medium. Okay, this one is dimethyl sulfide. Both of them are reducing agent that used to prevent further oxidizing of aldehyde form. Okay, next, this is Fieldcraft oscillation. Okay, still remember the type of reaction over here? Electrophilic aromatic substitution. So we are using the alkyl chloride with the aluminium chloride catalyst, and then it will form the aromatic ketone only. So this is aromatic ketone. Okay. And then the third method, from primary alcohol, when react with weak oxidizing agent, PCC, in inert solvent, it will form aldehyde. If from secondary alcohol, when react with strong oxidizing agent, KMnO4, acidified KMnO4, or acidified sodium dichromate, or acidified potassium dichromate, it will form ketone as well. Okay, so these are the preparation of carbonyl compound from alkene, alcohol, or benzene ring. Next is about chemical properties of carbonyl. There are 4 different chemical properties. The first one is nucleophilic addition. So the C double bond O will become C single bond. From sp2 carbon become sp3 carbon. So there are 4 different type of nucleophile. The first one is cyanide, KCN or NaCN in acidic medium. So CN will be added, and then the C double bond O now becomes COH. Okay. For others nucleophile, right? Okay, the C double bond O will become COH as well. Okay, and then when H2O is added, okay, it will form germinal diol. Okay, so remember in Brady Test, it will form OH side by side. That one we call as vinyl diol. Okay, next sodium bisulfate. Okay, remember the C is attached with the S, so it will form SO3 negative and A plus. Okay, the fourth one I think you're all quite familiar. This is Grignard reagent. So this one is etana. When etana react with Grignard reagent, right, it here actually will become O negative NgCl plus. After that, hydrolyze become OH. And then the R group will add it to the C as well. Okay, so 1R group, 2R group, that's why if aldehyde accept metana, it will form secondary alcohol. Okay, next chemical properties is condensation. If we check, right, okay, Madam highlight the H2 and O because when condensation happen, right, water will be eliminated. So you check all the side product is H2O, H2O. Okay, once the H2 from amine compound react with the O from the carbonyl, right? Okay, the C double bond will attach to the N. That's why here C double bond N. Same for hydrazine we have with this one is called propanol. Okay, ketone. It also will form the C double bond N. Here also the same. Straight away C double bond N attached. The rest you just copy. So you just copy the CH3 and the amine compound over here. Okay, another one is 2,4-dinitrile. This one is dinitrile, phenyl, hydrazine. Okay, the concept still the same. Eliminate H2O and then the C double bond N. Okay, for your information, we are going to check this again because this one is one of the chemical tests for carbonyl compound, which is Brady test. Okay, the third one is about oxidation. Only aldehyde undergo oxidation. Ketone does not oxidize because ketone there is no hydrogen atom. That's why it cannot be oxidized. So we have to check. Okay, there are 2 types of strong oxidizing agent, which is KMnO4 and K2Cr2O7. potassium manganese and potassium dichromate. So from aldehyde, right, it can oxidize become carboxylic acid. Okay, for the mild-oxidizing agent like Tolerant reagent and spelling reagent, it will form the propanoate ion. For this case, it's propana, right? That's why from the propanoate ion. And for Tolerant reagent, it will form the silver mirror. And sometimes, right, we will call it as gray precipitate as well. Okay, and then for Fehling reagent, it will form the CuO2 precipitate, which is a brick precipitate form. Okay, these two are the chemical tests to differentiate aldehyde and ketone as well. Okay, the last chemical properties is reduction. Okay, since carbonyl can oxidize become carboxylic acid, at the same time carbonyl can reduce become alcohol. So there are three different types of reducing agent. The first one is hydrogen with catalyst. The second one is lithium aluminum hydride. And then step 2 is acidified. And the third one is sodium borohydride in methanol. Okay, actually, right, for C double bond O is carbonyl. If carbonyl compound with H means aldehyde, it can continue oxidize, become carboxylic acid, means C double bond O, OH. At the same time, it can undergo reduction by reducing agent. Just now I did mention there are three different types of reducing agent and then form back to alcohol compound. So meaning that from alcohol can oxidize become carboxylic. From carbonyl, of course, it can straight away from carboxylic acid if by using the primary alcohol. Okay, so you have to alert on the relationship between alcohol, carbonyl, and carboxylic acid. It can from alcohol oxidize become aldehyde. Okay, if secondary alcohol will form ketone. Okay, and then from aldehyde can oxidize become carboxylic acid, but ketone cannot oxidize to form carboxylic acid. Next is the identification or chemical test of carbonyl. So the first one is Brady Test. The purpose of Brady Test is to identify carbonyl compound, means aldehyde and ketone. The reagent is 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. So this is the structure for 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. Okay, it's an amine compound. As we discussed before, this is one of the condensation reaction. The H2 from the 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine will join with the O from the carbonyl compound and then form the H2O. So, and then the C double bond will attach with the N, so form the C double bond N over here. So this compound will give the observation of yellow or orange precipitate. Okay, next. Tolerant reagent and Fehling reagent is used to differentiate between aldehyde and ketone. The special of Fehling reagent is used to differentiate aliphatic aldehyde and ketone only, meaning that its aromatic aldehyde or ketone only can differentiate by using Tolerant reagent. So the easiest one is you have to know the Tolerant reagent. So what is the Tolerant reagent? Silver and H3 bracket 2 positive charge in basic medium hydroxide. So it will form the propanoate ion and the silver mirror, or certain we will say like gray precipitate. Okay, normally we write down silver mirror form. Okay, the observation is silver mirror form. If for ketone, negative test means no silver mirror is formed for ketone compound. Spelling also the same. We are using the Cu2 plus complex in basic medium. It will form the propanoate ion as well, and the precipitate is CuO2, so which is brick red precipitate. And same, no brick red precipitate will be formed for ketone compound. Another one you have learned in alcohol, which is iodoform test. The purpose is to identify methyl carbonyl group. So this is the methyl carbonyl CH3. With the CH3 group is methyl carbonyl group. And then we are using iodine in sodium hydroxide. Okay, and then form this light yellow precipitate. Okay, of course, be careful. You have to write down the C double bond O, O negative, and A plus. If sometimes right, we are using hydroxide ion only. If hydroxide ion means C double bond OH, O negative. Here, that's all for the briefing of carbonyl topic. Thank you.